All right, everybody. I'm going to try and project my voice so all of you can hear, hopefully. Good in the back? Good, sir? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. With everything we do, we believe in the protection of natural resources. We believe that it's good for the environment, but that it also promotes rural economies and sociology and provides for the general welfare of the United States of America and its national security. We're the United States Department of Agriculture, Natural Resources Conservation Service. My name is Brian Baskerville. I'm the State GIS Specialist here in Nebraska, and my colleague in the back of the room is Neil Dominy, the State Soil Scientist. We're here to tell you a little bit about wetland protection in Nebraska, our challenge, and where you guys come in and helping us solve our challenges. Very good. So our story. To tell you about our story, I need to tell you about one number, and that's 3,000. This is the average number of requests Nebraska receives annually for wetland determinations on private agricultural lands. It's a big workload. And if you were going to map it, it would look something like this across the state. You can see that in the west, it's a little more sparse, right? It's drier out there. As you get east to our eastern counties, the workload really starts to pick up. It's a big workload. The challenge we've had in trying to complete and meet the demands of this workload have been pretty big. Okay? First thing, administratively, Nebraska NRCS, we have 3 administrative areas, okay? Spread across those administrative areas, you have 23 natural resources districts, you have 77 different field office service center areas, serviced by 250 some people in 77 different field offices. To add more complexity, okay, you have a variety of agreements. There's this thing called separation of duties where you can't work on wetlands within your home county as an employee, okay? So now there's this hodgepodge of different agreements where this person goes over here and this office comes over there, etc. It's a logistical nightmare, all right? And as a result, we've had troubles meeting the demand for 3,000 wetland determinations in a year, and sometimes we've failed, okay? And we'd like not to do that anymore. So our goal is to get things down to a different number, one number. We're pretty easy, all right, one number, and that's 13, all right? Instead of all those people working across 77 field office areas and 23 NRDs and 3 administrative areas, we'd like to do 13 highly trained specialists under one team supervised by one manager, okay? Now to complete that, all right, we're going to be relying quite a bit on technology, as you can imagine. We've already been instituting quite a bit of this through the last couple of years. And I mean by that specifically, we've got integrated databases. We used to manually enter information in several different places at different times. It was redundant, there were a lot of mistakes, it took a lot of time, okay? We've got it all in one space now. We've got document staging built on Microsoft SharePoint backbone that these documents move to where they need to be, to whom they need to be to, just by moving them through our system. It works really well. We've got a mobile GPS platform called Trimble TerraFlex. It's a cloud-based solution. What this enables is our specialists, a team of 13, to be at their desks mapping while tasking and receiving information to collectors in the field working on their smartphones, okay? They can be out in the field gathering data and it's going right back into their databases where they need it to be. Works extremely well. Because all this is standardized and in one location, we've been able to implement document autofilling, okay? You can now enter your info in one place and you can generate all your forms with it. Letters, map documents, 026s, whatever. Takes a lot of the onus off the field person. But we still have a huge challenge, okay? And this is where you come in. What we're asking your help with, okay, is to help us devise a customized and customizable attribute tool for ArcMap, ArcGIS, okay? We'd like to enable our conservationists, okay, to be able to work within this attribute tool to put in all of our data. The reason why is in ArcGIS, we've got our database, but it's extremely burdensome and onerous for the person to have to manually put in all that data. It's still time consuming, okay? We'd like to make it easier for them. I have a little mock-up on an older one we used to use. We'd like it to be user-friendly, efficient and effective. We'd like to be able to customize it to the preferences of the conservationist, and as much as we can, make it learn from them so they don't have to continually put this information in every time, all the time, okay? We'd like it to be able to transfer land use information. We'd like it to be able to auto-calculate certain things. We'd like it to be able to automatically put in dates Remember the conservationist name and preferences and things like that to reduce that burden, okay, of manually inputting all that data, okay? This is going to have a big impact, all right? As you're all probably well aware, Nebraska is but one of 50 states, okay? And they do this kind of work in all 50 states. Currently, NRCS is going through something called the NRCS of the future. Nebraska NRCS is at the cutting edge of a lot of new technologies that we're using to do our field work, okay? And as a result, we've had to give several presentations, and other states have started to implement our methods. This is the next big thing we hope to have an impact on, that we can then ship this out to other states as an idea of, hey, this is how we do business in Nebraska, okay? And we're very optimistic about it. All of it's going to be relying on geospatial tools and technology, ArcGIS being one of them. And that's where we're going to start with you and collaborate with you to get this tool built so that we can get our work done the way we need to and be most efficient and effective with taxpayer dollars. That's what we're after, really. And to summarize it back, we're trying to get back to that one number to be able to do that 3,000 technical determination workload with just 13 people. Go from 250 to 13. That's what our goal is, and we're here to enlist your help in enabling us to do just that, okay? Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
Wetlands, are you primarily dealing with like vector data or raster data?
With what we're doing, we attribute it all in a vector format. That's where we map it. We use a variety of data to come up with it. Our team of specialists uses a bunch of off-site data to make the determination, and the question was about vector versus raster data. You'll be mapping and attributing vector data. Good question. Anything else? If you do have anything for us, I don't want to be over time or anything. We'll be off to the side. Just come talk to us, myself or my colleague Neil Dominy in the back of the room. We look forward to hearing from you.